Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you joining in. As I always say, thank you for joining in. Thank you for watching. I appreciate everybody that continue to share and continue, to comment. Any questions, any tips, as I always say, drop a comment below, and I definitely try to get to it in the next episode. It's been a long time. Been about 3 weeks, 4 weeks off. I know I got my wisdom tooth pulled and had me down for a little bit. So I'm just glad to be back. The market, since I've been gone, the market's been up and down. I see crypto has been having a lot of stuff going on with that. And then AMC, that's just a little wild. And then this past week, I was talking about a certain car company that I love. I pretty much just can't wait to see how they progress throughout the year and next year. Because I think this company has a lot of upside to it versus a lot of other competitors in that same industry. So that's what I want to focus on this episode. Like I said, I appreciate everybody being patient with me when I've been out, pretty much getting my teeth taken care of. Definitely take care of your teeth. What I want to stress to everybody on this episode as well, take care of your teeth, is that pain is nothing to play with. But that pain was tough. It was rough. Had me out here just down. Mouth was hurting, sore. Water every single day. I don't drink nothing but water now. Got me a new flosser. Get you a new flosser, a water flosser, whatever you can get. Take care of your teeth. Like the dentist told me, you gotta floss all the time. Salt water rinses all the time. If you can get at least 3 to 2 salt water rinses in, you good to go each day, because you need that to keep them teeth straight. So definitely do that, because you don't want to be like me, be out for a whole month. Definitely did miss you guys. Like I said, a lot of people reaching out to me like, hey, where you been? Let's get some more episodes out. Definitely been wanting to come out with episodes. I wanted to do one last week, but like I said, the tooth just started hurting more. Had to get that taken care of, but we're all good now, thank God. And we're moving forward, thankfully. But like I said, on this episode, I want to focus on crypto. And then like I said, that stock, that car company that I really enjoy, in AMC. So the first one, let's focus on AMC first. I'm pretty sure you all heard about the news as far as the owner selling his shares, or part owner, whatever you want to call it, selling his shares, which I think is a big eye opener. I think AMC still can bounce up and down, but I think for the majority, the big owner to sell his shares that much and go from, I think he had like 6%. Back in April, and now he's down to like 0.002 or 0.006, whatever the case is. That's very shocking, just to see that, your biggest stakeholder is now dumping all his shares, which has, it's a lot of stuff that goes into that. As you can see when you read the article, it's not just, just focus on AMC. AMC actually, is risen, as you all know. So it is the perfect time to get rid of some of those shares if, you've suffered losses in the past, things like that. You definitely want to get your money while it's up before, it can go down potentially. Because as you all know, that's one of those stocks that's just been up and down, throughout the year, even last year. So you definitely want to, play cautious with those type of stocks, just because they can be very volatile. And just seeing that, like I said, one of the biggest ones in the company's shareholders get rid of that many shares is very eye-opening, because like, okay, so what's coming up? What do you know that, the public doesn't know? So that's something that, I would say, if you are a stakeholder in it, definitely, be cautious, take your time, be very aware of, what's going on in the industry, what's going on in the world right now, as far as, the virus and things opening up, which here, in America, things are starting to open it up more, which you're starting to see certain stocks that's, revolving around, the public being open. You start to see those stocks rise. The more you hear about other states and stuff like that opening it up and not requiring masks anymore. Just with that AMC, just tidbit, like I said, just with him getting rid of those shares, for me, it would make me like, panic personally, just because it's just like, he knows something that I might not know, right? I could be completely wrong, and he might, he might just be, like I said, it has other factors to do with it. He might need that money to move into other places, other investments. But just him being one of the biggest shareholders in the company, to get rid of his shares like that is very eye-opening, I would say. And for me, I play it cautious now. Whenever I would touch AMC, I'm going to play it cautious, just because I don't really want to, get caught up in that. For me, I'm waiting for the downtrend. I think AMC is pretty high right now. It might jump a little bit more, just like I said, with more states opening up, speculation like that, more, movie theaters and things like that opening up, it might jump. You might see a spike. But for me, I got a feeling that there's going to be some type of downtrend, more and more over the course of months and months, or something that's going to, cause that stock to go down a little bit more. So then that's why I'd rather wait for that type of entry versus entering now when it's like $12, $13, and it's just too high for me right now, what I would say, for that type of stock. But in the long run, I would like to see where it goes. I'd like to see where the whole movie industry as a whole goes, because now you're starting to see companies like HBO, Amazon, stuff like that, premiering movies, new movies on their actual streaming platform. So, I mean, that changes the dynamic a lot, because now people don't have to go to movie theaters. You can sit at home. You got a big TV or you got a projector, whatever the case may be. You no longer have to worry about driving to the movie theaters. And if you're still not vaccinated, or you just don't want to deal with that hassle with a whole bunch of people, you would rather watch it at home. And now you got a way to watch at home versus before. Before coronavirus, everything new, it comes out in the movie. Never had really streaming platforms like HBO, Amazon, things like that actually having those movies at the same time that the movies were showing it, unless it was like some bootleg or something like that. But other than that, you had to go to the movies. Now you can sit at home. You don't have to worry about going to the movies. It's a lot easier. You already got the subscription because you're using HBO and using Amazon Prime for other things. So you already got it. So it just makes it a lot easier just to watch it at home versus going to the movie theater. So that's another thing that I would tell people to watch out for, because that's something that can definitely have a dramatic effect on that stock price and push it down more and more and more. So that was my tad bit on AMC that I wanted to focus on this episode, because like I said, that pretty much just hearing that news, it was like, wow, I can see that stock price going down more and more and more, especially since he just sold his shares. That's just it's eye-opening, and it's like, I wonder what comes next for it. Now, like I said, I could be wrong, can go up, but for me, my own personal style, I like to play cautious when those type of things happen, especially when I see that news and hear that news ahead of time. That gives you like a little heads up. That way you don't have to worry about losing any money or losing too much money if you're already invested into it. But on to the next, we want to focus on crypto. I know that's a big thing right now. A lot of people are like, losing money or shocked, surprised that crypto is going down. This is something that, if you look at my old episode, I mentioned, because it was like 3 weeks ago, a month ago, I mentioned this, like, crypto is very volatile right now, right? It's going through a stage that, we don't know whether we're going to accept it here as a form of payment or we're not going to accept it. Tesla was talking about they're going to accept it, and then now they're not accepting it. It's just going up and down, up and down. So you really don't know. So that's why I was telling people, a month ago, if you're going to play these type of currencies, you want to play it smart. You definitely want to get in when it's at its downtrend, which I would say right now it's on a downtrend, right? Do I think this is the bottom? Personally, no. I think it could go a little bit lower than this. So that's when I wait, and that's why I play patient for. But there's nothing wrong, for me right now, like I say, to get a couple just because, hey, it's on the downtrend. It might bounce up. If it bounce up, I can still make some money there. If not, then I can continue to average down for me personally. So that's what I do, when I'm looking at these type of currencies or even stocks. Like I said in my last episode, even stocks, you got to look at it the same way. You don't want to get in something when it's at its peak. And, cryptocurrency and all those things, just like stocks, they have their peaks. They're going to have their downtrends. They're going to have their uptrends. You just have to know how to play them. And then getting into something when it's, the hype is surrounding and everybody's buying it, rushing and buying it, I think that's a bad idea, just because now it's at its highest, right? The volume's high. Everybody wants it. The value of it is going to keep going up and up and up. But then once that value goes down and people stop wanting it, that's when you see the price starting to drop. And that's what, you're starting to see now. You're starting to see what I was talking about before as far as stocks. I mean, the cryptocurrency going down. Even the meme, some currencies that, as you can see, are scams. It just came out. I think it was DeFi 100. That coin was actually a scam. Actually scammed, I think, $32 million out of people, which is wrong, right? That's wrong. But you have to be careful of who you invest into. And that's why I always tell people, watch who you invest into. Watch who you listen to when it comes to investing. Because if the person that you're listening to is not, showing you any numbers, or you're not seeing any results from some of the stuff that they're talking about, then why are you continuing to listen to them, right? Don't waste your time with those type of people. Don't waste your time with those type of stocks, anything like that. If you're not seeing these stocks move the way you want them to move, don't waste your time with it. Look at it at a later date. But to continue to invest in things, or just, aiming for any type of coin or cryptocurrency out here that's just coming out is ridiculous. Personally, I think you're wasting money. And you'll see yourself wasting money, right? Like I said, with those people that invested in DeFi 100, they just lost $32 million worth of money. They just lost because it was another coin. People was pushing it up. They thought, okay, this is going to be just like, Dogecoin or Bitcoin or whatever type of coin you want to name. But it ended up being a whole scam, right? Same thing with other coins. You want to play cautious with something that is very volatile, first and foremost. And if you don't know a lot about it, then definitely, put $1 into it, put $2 into it, but don't go and put your whole life savings into something and then, it go down, right? So that's what I, stress to people all the time. I was stressing on my last episode, which I'm not gonna spend that much time on this episode on it, because like I said, my last episode, it was just pretty much diving into, hey, know when to time it and know when to get into these type of currencies. When it's on a downtrend, that's when you're gonna start picking up some. Start picking up a couple here and there, here and there, here and there. And then once it, shoots up, that's when you can make your money. And that's what I will always do my way. I pretty much just, like I said, get into it when it's at its bottom, keep averaging down. And when it eventually shoots up, I'm out, right? I don't want to waste any more time. I'm selling 75 to 80% of my holdings, and I got 20% to play with it. If it goes up, fine. I made some more money on that 20%. If it goes down, cool. I lost 20%, but I still made money on the 80%. You get what I'm saying? So you definitely want to play it smart. Same thing with stocks. Have that same mindset. Don't play stocks. Don't sit into a stock too long. I'm not saying, because me personally, I like to day trade, and I also like to hold long term, right? So you keep that stock for months or weeks or whatever the case may be. Certain stocks, you have to do that. You have to keep for certain months, especially when I say like bio stocks, right? Bio stocks, you got to think, they come out with medicines. They have different phases, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. You got to go through all those phases. So you can pick your entry point, but make sure when you get into it, you know that's more of a long-term game versus something like a cryptocurrency. That's more of a quick turnaround type of game. You don't want to stay in it too long because it's so volatile. You're going to be in it and you're going to be high 1 minute and you're standing to it for another week, thinking it's going to go higher, and then boom, drops. So definitely play it smart. Don't play it to where you're stuck into something. You don't want to be a bag holder, as they say. Having diamond hands and being a bag holder are two different things. Don't fall into that bag holder type of category, right? Be that diamond hand holder. Know when to hold that hand and then get up out of it. That's the main thing when it comes to cryptocurrency right now. Until it's fully regulated, I wouldn't personally, hold anything long term. Now, if you have the money to do so, fine, do it. Hold it long term and risk it. But keep in mind that could be a couple of years so you can get that back. Same thing. Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin was low for a while and went up and then dropped for a couple of years, right? 2016, 17, all that Ethereum was up and then it dropped down. Boom. You had 3, 4 years pass by until it had its next spike. So you got to be patient. You got to know when you're getting into it. And if you get into it, you got to know it could be a long time till you can get your return on your investment. So just to end it on that note, like I said, if you're going to get into it, be patient, be smart when you do it. Try to get into it at its bottom. And then that way, like I said, you can get out when it's at its top. Don't sit on it when it's at its top. You make your profits. Don't get greedy. Get out of the game and don't worry about it. Be happy with what you made. Don't worry about what you could have made. You get what I'm saying? So now on to my final topic, and it's my favorite car. You all know about my favorite car if you know me, and that is Ford. Ford did amazing. I sent out a message on Thursday just to, give everybody a little tip. If you knew me or if you know me, then you know what I was talking about, right? So that would give you like a little heads up on what I was talking about. And then on Friday, as you can see, it jumped, right? So if you got into it, let's say on Thursday when I sent it out, cool, because on Friday you made your money, you made some good money, because it did jump on Friday. And I don't think that's the end of it. I think Ford is going to be a great company throughout the year, throughout next year. They got so much good stuff coming on, and they also have the market cap and the money to do it, with the autonomous driving and with the electric vehicles. I think Ford is the next big thing. When you look at Ford and you look at GM stock price, it's dramatically different, and I don't understand it to this day. But I will continue to invest in Ford until that stock price gets up there with GM or something like that. I'm a Ford lover. I love Ford. If you know me, like I said, Ford is my thing. And I saw something on Thursday. I actually saw it like Tuesday, Monday. I saw it, but Thursday I let it out there like, hey, this is what I like. Because like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. I would never tell anybody when to buy, sell, or anything when it comes to any stocks or cryptocurrencies or anything like that. That's not my job. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here telling my personal opinions and what I like and what I don't like, right? So for me, that's why I said on Thursday, let people know what I like. And then, if some people know, that's cool. If they want to get into it, that's cool. They can make some money. If not, that's fine too as well. But the ones that did notice it and got into it on Thursday, I'm pretty sure you was happy on Friday. Because like I said, it jumped up. It was amazing. It was a good option play trade. For me, I play that option and I do play that with stocks because I love it, right? So when it jumped on Friday, of course, me personally, I sold 80%, right? Get out of that. 80% of my options, I'm gone. I'm done. I keep 20% of them. Same thing with stocks. For stocks, I did a little different. I kept 70. I sold 70 and kept 30%, but that's okay because, like I said, the only reason I sold a little bit less of stocks versus options is because I like holding stocks longer, right? I believe in it longer. Options has an expiration date. My stocks don't, so I don't mind holding my stocks a little bit longer. So I'm not worried about losing money or anything like that. But yeah, Ford is the one that I really, really like. Next week, I might have something special for you all coming on Ford and one of the Ford competitors, one of the big name competitors. So we'll see how that goes. I'm trying to plan that throughout this week. Have like some type of little podcast type of thing for next week's episode, so I can let you all know what Ford really is doing now and what I think they're going to do in the future, and why I think Ford is an amazing investment opportunity for anybody out there. But yeah, Ford is amazing. Like I said, I really like it. I like what they're doing with their autonomous driving and with the EVs and just going all electric, trying to, switch over to that. Right now, they're not all electric, of course, but with that new F-150, I think they're definitely going to change the game with that. So I'm excited to see what they do just moving forward. Just because, like I said, Ford has a big, big, big thing coming on with them. And I can't wait to see what they do. Next week, I'm going to go dive into it a little bit more. Like I said, I have something special planned for that. But just definitely stay on the lookout for that. I appreciate everybody joining. Like I said, if you're playing crypto, be patient, be smart. Don't be a bag holder. Definitely be in that diamond hand holder category. You don't want to be stuck up holding that bag and now you done lost money. You're down right now. And definitely, whenever you're investing in anything, be smart. Listen to people that actually are making money in the industry, not people that's just making a couple of bucks here and there or got lucky. Don't waste your time with them. Be smart about your money. Be smart about your investment. And as always, don't invest any money that you're not willing to lose. Because that's when you start going wrong, and that's when you start panicking and having to try to make up for it. And whenever you're trying to make up for money you lost, that's when 9 times out of 10, you're going to continue to lose more and more money. But like I said, thank you all for joining. I appreciate everybody for coming, watching the episode. Any questions, any comments, drop a comment below. And I definitely try to get to it in the next episode. If not, God bless. Thank you all.